Our Networks Internet is your hometown internet provider. Joe and Shannon Arnett started Our Networks in 2012 when they saw a need for faster internet service in our rural area. Our Networks currently covers from Hondo to Uvalde, Batesville to Chalk Bluff, and Concan as well as surrounding areas. Our Networks offers residential and commercial internet connections, indoor and outdoor Wi-Fi, VoIP, and other internet-related services. All of our internet plans offer unlimited data, and we never put you in a contract. We're here to help you with all your Wi-Fi needs. Give us a call at 830-580-3278 to see if we can serve you, and let us tell you about all the great services we have to offer. We are local, so we take pride in supporting and giving back to the youth in the communities we serve. And because we are local, when you give us a call, you'll speak with someone from our office and receive our fanatical customer service. Our office is located at 9784 Highway 90 West between D'Hanis and Sabinal. Stop by anytime or check us out on the web, artnetworks.net, and on Facebook.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Triple Borough Show Pigs, proud supporters of D'Hanis Cowboys and Cowgirls. If you're interested in the show pig, make sure you contact Tommy Burrow or visit the farm. You can call him at 210-216-8655. 90s Taco Store, proud supporters of your D'Hanis Cowboys and Cowgirls, located right off Highway 90 in D'Hanis. Family-owned Mexican restaurant and drive-thru. They have daily breakfast taco specials and daily lunch specials. If you're thirsty, they have plenty of cold beverages and margaritas. Feel free to call your order in at 830-988-4515. Once again, 90s Taco Store. CYA Insurance, owned by Alex Ortiz, Rick Moose, and David Gonzalez. Agents Tony Bermea, Sarah Alfaro, Josh and Jackie Herman. Experienced, independent, local with an office in Hondo and agents residing in D'Hanis, Hondo, and Castroville. We're a phone call away, 830-444-0086, or stop in at 1608 Avenue M in Hondo, across from City Hall. CYA is comprised of folks from your hometown and is here to get to know you as a client so we can tailor our services to meet your unique insurance needs. With that standard in mind, we established CYA as an independent insurance agency. Our years of experience have taught us that no one carrier or insurance company has the best of everything. Being independent allows us unlimited access to solutions to meet your needs, no matter your circumstance. We will leverage our insurance relationships and experience to educate our clients and empower them to be in a position of control when making decisions for their families and businesses. Covering your assets is about more than just insurance. It is about securing your family's current and future needs and dreams, no matter your age, finances, or stage in life. CYA Insurance is here to provide a personalized approach to covering your assets. We will not compromise in putting clients first. Each client, every time, one client at a time. Cowboy Pest Control Services. With over 17 years experience in the pest control industry, Dale Zera with Cowboy Pest Control Services has seen and solved most every insect issue that you may be facing. From ants and roaches to spiders and scorpions, Dale has handled them. And when termites decide to move in with you, Dale has a solution for that also. Call 830-931-5542 and talk to Dale about any insect-related problems you may be having, and he will get to work fixing it. Also, if you need a wood-destroying insect report for the seller property, he does that too. Best of luck to the Cowboys and Cowgirls from Cowboy Pest Control Services.
We like to describe Main Street Mercantile as a little piece of heaven with a wild streak. We started with the dream to bring a fabulous and unique gift selection to our small town and rural community. We have trendy clothing, home decor, accessories, and so much more. We are a destination worth the trip. Just ask anybody who's been here. Located on Highway 90, just outside of Hondo, stop in today to your new favorite store.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live from Cowgirls softball field. As your Dennis Cowgirls host the Devine Arabians. Cowgirls are coming off with a good start, 8-3-1 start this season. They began their season by winning the Dilly tournament and faced some good competition at Carrizo Springs. The Cowgirls came home with 2 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie this past weekend. They'll be back in action during spring break Monday at Somerset, Tuesday at home versus Randolph. And right now, once again, they'll be hosting the Devine Arabians as we get ready for the first pitch. Starting off here quickly, the first pitch is a called strike. We'll get the starting lineup in just a minute. Mercer Santos on the mound. Ball 1. Starting lineup. Kayla Looper, Mabry Herman, Marissa Santos, Reese Redden, Jolie Frosch, Tony Burrow, Alicia Garcia, Peyton Burrow, Jessa Frosch, and Brighton Beard. Pitch from Santos, called strike 2. Marissa Santos on the mound, Kayla Looper behind the plate. At first base, Reese Redden, second base, Jolie Frosch, shortstop, Mabry Herman, at third base, Peyton Burrow. And in the outfield from left to right, the ball is hit fouled. In left field, you have Brighton Beard. Center field, Alicia Garcia. And in right field, Jessa Frosch. One ball and 2 strikes on the batter. Pitch from Santos. Inside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Santos in the circle. The pitch. Ball low. Count is full for the leadoff batter of the Devine Arabians. Santos with the pitch. A little low, so leadoff batter draws a walk for the Arabians. Runner on first. Once again, Marissa Santos in the circle. Kayla Looper behind the plate. Reese Redden at first. Jolie Frosch at second. Mabry Herman at shortstop. And Peyton Burrow at third. And left to right, Brighton Beard, Alicia Garcia, and Jessa Frosch. Santos with the pitch. Bunt showed. Looper fires it over to second. Tag is just missed by Herman. So the runner advances to second. Good throw by Kayla Looper, and Herman just missed the tag. So runner on second. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Bunt, try to lay down a bunt, and it goes foul. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Actually, the count was incorrect. It's no balls and 2 strikes on the batter. Santos with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 1. And that is a first K for Marissa Santos here in the ballgame. Once again, runner on second. She got on by virtue of a walk by Santos. A pitch, swing, and a miss for strike 1. Ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. With 1 out here in the top of the first. First home game of the season for the Cowgirls as they host the Devine Arabians. The pitch. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out and a runner on second. Marissa Santos in the circle. Kayla Looper behind the plate. The pitch swung and fouled off. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Santos with the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is 2 outs and 2 strikeouts for Santos here in the first. Brings up the cleanup batter for the Arabians. Santos with a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. No balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. The pitch low in the dirt. Looper, no throw. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. Runner advances to third. The pitch from Santos swung on, hit, and it's going to get by and make its way into left field for a single, and the first run of the game for the Arabians. So a single brings in a run for Devine. Devine now leads 1-0 here in the top of the first. Santos with the pitch. Strike 1. Santos delivers a pitch, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Santos with the pitch and fouled off. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Santos, high, and no attempt made, so the runner advances to second. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Once again, top of the first, Arabians lead 1-0. The pitch from Santos, right down the middle for strike 3 as we head to the bottom of the first. Arabians get on the board. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back.
We like to describe Main Street Mercantile as a little piece of heaven with a wild streak. We started with the dream to bring a fabulous and unique gift selection to our small town and rural community. We have trendy clothing, home decor, accessories, and so much more. We are a destination worth a trip. Just ask anybody who's been here. Located on Highway 90 just outside of Hondo, stop in today to your new favorite store.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to start the bottom of the first. The Hennis Cowgirls hosting the Devine Arabians. Starting lineup for your Hennis Cowgirls. Leading off will be the catcher, Kayla Looper, followed by the shortstop, Mabry Herman, pitcher, Marissa Santos, first baseman, Reese Redden, second base, Jolie Frosch, the designated player, Tony Burrell, in center field, Alicia Garcia, at third base, number 8, Peyton Burrell, in right field, Jessa Frosch, and the flex player, Brighton Beard, currently playing left field. I'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Medina Electric Co-op, Cowboy Pest Control Services, CYA Insurance, Main Street Mercantile, Our Networks, Triple Bro Show Pigs, and 90s Taco Store. Once again, leading off for the Cowgirls is Kayla Looper. Devine Arabians versus your Dehennis Cowgirls, live here on Dehennis Athletics on Facebook and also on YouTube. Kayla Looper at the plate for the Cowgirls. The pitch inside for ball one. Maybe Herman on deck. Marissa Santos in the hole. Wind up in the pitch. And a nice shot down third base, but it's going to go foul. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Kayla Looper. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch and gets by the catcher for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on Kayla Looper, the leadoff hitter for the Cowgirls. As Devine scored 1 run in the top half of the inning. The pitch and Looper sends a shot, gets by the shortstop for a single. So Kayla Looper with a good leadoff for the Hennis. Leadoff single by Kayla Looper. Up next is the shortstop number 2, Mabry Herman. Once again, the Cowgirls have started very well this season with a early record of 8-3-1. Started the season winning the Dilley softball tournament. This past weekend they went to the Carrizo Springs tournament, won 2 games, lost 3, and tied 1. And here we are today as they host the Devine Arabians. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. The pitch, Herman lays down the bunt. Fielded by the third baseman, fired it over the first, and they're going to get Herman in time. And Looper's going to make her way towards third base safely. Nice bunt laid down by Mabry Herman. Moves Kayla Looper over. And Looper with the aggressive base running makes her way all the way to third base. Brings up the pitcher number 29, Marissa Santos. With Kayla Looper standing on third for the Cowgirls. The pitch, ball high. One ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Cowgirls threatening. Ball 2. Reese Redden on deck. Jolie Frosch in the hole. Marissa Santos at the plate. The wind up in the pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch in the dirt for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Santos. Wind up with a pitch, and Marissa Santos fouls it off near the dugout. So the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. The pitch, and Santos fouls it off. And out of play. So the count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Marissa Santos. Kayla Looper standing on third. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. The windup and the pitch. Low in the dirt for ball 4, so Santos is going to make her way towards first base as she draws a walk. Brings up the first baseman, number 20, Reese Redden. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for Marissa Santos. Coming into the ballgame is number 22, Tori Johnson, at first base. So runners on the corners for the Cowgirls. Tori Johnson on first, Kayla Looper on third. And coming up to bat is the senior first baseman, Reese Redden. Wind up in the pitch in the dirt for ball 1 as Johnson makes her way towards second. Runners on second and third. Johnson on second. Looper on third. Redden at the plate. Inside. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Redden. The pitch, and Reese fouls it out of play. Moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out here. Bottom of the first. Looper on third. Tori Johnson on second. Once again, Reese Redden at the plate. The pitch. Inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Redden sends a shot to center. And Looper's going to come in and score. And they're going to hold up Johnson at third. So an RBI single for Reese Redden. As Kayla Looper comes in to score. Tori Johnson moves over to third. And coming up to the plate now is the second baseman, number 3, Jolie Frosch. The pitch, ball high. Redden makes her way towards second as they fire the ball over to third base, and Johnson is safe on third. So 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out. Jolie Frosch at the plate. Reese Redden on second. Tori Johnson on third. The pitch. Jolie sends a shot up the middle to the second baseman. Fires it over to first for the out. And Frosch brings in a run as Tori Johnson comes in to score for the Cowgirls. Brings up the designated player, Tony Burrell. Pitch. Inside for ball 1. Tony Burrell at the plate for the Cowgirls. Reese Redden standing on third. Cowgirls take the lead on the Jolie Frosch hit. That brings in Tori Johnson. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. The pitch inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Burrell with 2 outs. Reese Redden standing on third. As Reese got on base with the single. The pitch to Burrow, swung on and fouled off. Brings the count to 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Burrow at the plate. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. As we head to the top of the second, your D'Hanis Cowgirls scratch 2 runs and take the lead over the Arabians 2-1. You're watching D'Hanis Cowgirl Softball. We'll be right back. Cowboy Pest Control Services. With over 17 years experience in the pest control industry, Dale Zera with Cowboy Pest Control Services has seen and solved most every insect issue that you may be facing. From ants and roaches to spiders and scorpions, Dale has handled them. And when termites decide to move in with you, Dale has a solution for that also. Call 830-931-5542 and talk to Dale about any insect-related problems you may be having, and he will get to work fixing it. Also, if you need a wood-destroying insect report for the seller property, he does that too. Best of luck to the Cowboys and Cowgirls from Cowboy Pest Control Services. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the D'Hanis Cowgirls Softball as they host the Devine Arabians. Cowgirls lead 2-1 after 1 inning. Once again, on the mound, in the circle for your Cowgirls is Marissa Santos. Behind the plate, Kayla Looper. At first base, Reese Redden. Second base, Jolie Frosch. At shortstop, Mabry Herman. And at third base, Peyton Burrow. And in the outfield from left to right, Brighton Beard, Alicia Garcia, and Jessa Frosch. Santos in the circle. Delivers a pitch. Swung on and fouled off. No balls and 1 strike on the batter. The pitch swung. Fielded by Santos. Fires it over to first to Redden for out number 1. So if you're scoring that at home, that's 1-3 for the putout. Marissa Santos fires it over to first to Reese Redden for out number 1. The pitch. Strike 1. Pitch is fielded by Frosch at second. Fires it over to first of Redden for out number 2. So the batter hits it to Frosch once again. Frosch takes her time, fields it, fires it over to Redden at first. And that is 2 outs for the Cowgirls here in the top of the second. Santos with the pitch and fouled as it hits the top of the pole and falls back onto the field. No balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Santos with the pitch, low for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch. Outside. Ball 2. The pitch. Ball high. 3 balls and 1 strike on Marissa Santos. Excuse me, not on Marissa Santos, on the batter for the Arabians. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch. Lays down a bunch to Burrow at third. Fires it over to first. Not in time. So a runner on first for the Arabians. Nice bunt laid down third baseline. Fielded by Burrow. Fired it over to first to Redden, but just not in time. The pitch from Santos. Right down the middle for strike one. Looper catches the runner. Fires it over to first, and the runner advances to second on the throw. So runner on second with 2 outs. No balls and 1 strike. Santos in the circle, delivers a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Santos with a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is strikeout number 4 for Marissa Santos in the ballgame. As your Dehennis Cowgirls lead 2-1 over the Devine Arabians. You're watching Dehennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back.
CYA Insurance, owned by Alex Ortiz, Rick Moose, and David Gonzalez. Agents Tony Bermea, Sarah Alfaro, Josh and Jackie Herman. Experienced, independent, local with an office in Hondo and agents residing in Dehennis, Hondo, and Castroville. We're a phone call away, 830-444-0086, or stop in at 1608 Avenue M in Hondo, across from City Hall. CYA is comprised of folks from your hometown and is here to get to know you as a client so we can tailor our services to meet your unique insurance needs. With that standard in mind, we established CYA as an independent insurance agency. Our years of experience have taught us that no one carrier or insurance company has the best of everything. Being independent allows us unlimited access to solutions to meet your needs, no matter your circumstance. We will leverage our insurance relationships and experience to educate our clients and empower them to be in a position of control when making decisions for their families and businesses. Covering your assets is about more than just insurance. It is about securing your family's current and future needs and dreams, no matter your age, finances, or stage in life. CYA Insurance is here to provide a personalized approach to covering your assets. We will not compromise in putting clients first. Each client, every time, one client at a time.
Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Our networks, Medina Electric Co-op, Triple Roll Show Pigs, 90s Taco Store, CYA Insurance, Cowboy Pest Control Services, and Main Street Mercantile. As we get ready to start the bottom of the second, leading off the inning for the Cowgirls is the center fielder, number 1, Alicia Garcia. The pitch to Garcia. Garcia with a single to right field. Alicia Garcia with a nice little hit to right field for a single. Leads off the inning for the Cowgirls. Brings up the third baseman, number 8, Peyton Burrow. The windup of the pitch. Burrow swings and fouls it out of play. So no balls and 1 strike on Peyton Burrow, the third baseman. Alicia Garcia on first base as she reached on a single with a hit to right field. The pitch swings and misses, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Peyton Burrow. Garcia on first for the Cowgirls. The pitch, Burrow swings, pops it up to the first baseman, and she's going to make the catch for out number 1. So Garcia remains on first, and it brings up the right fielder, number 12, Jessa Frosch. The pitch, Frosch showed bunt, pulled back, and it's ball 1 on Jessa Frosch. The wind up in the pitch. Frosch squared around, pulled back for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes on Jessa Frosch. Alicia Garcia standing on first as she singled to right field. The pitch to Frosch in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes with 1 out here. Bottom of the second. The pitch to Frosch. Ball high for ball 4, so she's going to make her way towards first base. Garcia will move over to second. Frosch will stand on first. And we're back at the top of the lineup with Kayla Looper, who had a single her first at bat. Looper with runner in scoring position at second. Wind up with the pitch. Looper shows bunt, pulls back. Runners advance to third and second. So called strike on Looper. Alicia Garcia moves over to third. Jessa Frosch to second. And Kayla Looper now with both runners in scoring position. Cowgirls threatening to add more runs here in the bottom of the second. The pitch, and Looper sends a shot deep to left field, and it's going to be 198, short of 200. Where she's going to bring in Alicia Garcia for an RBI as Jessa Frosch remains on second. Brings up the shortstop, number 2, Mabry Herman. Ball 1. Kayla Looper nearly sent that one over the fence. This field is 200 in left field. She hit it at 198. And it was a nice catch by the left fielder. Herman at the plate now. And a called strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs here. Cowgirls lead 3-1 over the Arabians. Herman at the plate. Frosch standing on second. The pitch. Ball high. 2 balls and 1 strike on Herman. Pitch inside. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch swung on and fouled off, brings the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Mabry Herman with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Cowgirls up 3-1. Jessa Frosch standing on second for the Cowgirls. Herman at the plate. The pitch. Herman hits it. Fielded by the third baseman. Fires it over to first. And gets it. Herman out in time for out number 3. So as we head to the top of the third, your Cowgirls lead 3-1. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back.
90s Taco Store. Proud supporters of your Dehennis Cowboys and Cowgirls. Located right off Highway 90 in Dehennis. Family-owned Mexican restaurant and drive-thru. They have daily breakfast taco specials and daily lunch specials. If you're thirsty, they have plenty of cold beverages and margaritas. Feel free to call your order in at 830-988-4515. Once again, 90s Taco Store.
Triple Borough Show Picks. proud supporters of the Henderson Cowboys and Cowgirls. If you're interested in the show pig, make sure you contact Tommy Burrow or visit the farm. You can call him at 210-216-8655.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we start the bottom of the third, the Cowgirls lead 3-1 over the Devine Arabians. Once again, the lineup for your Cowgirls: Kayla Looper playing catcher, Maybe Herman at shortstop, Marissa Santos at pitcher, Reese Redden at first base, Jolie Frosch playing second, Tony Burrow, the designated player, Alicia Garcia playing in center field, Peyton Burrow at third base, Jessa Frosch in right field, And Brighton Beard, the flex, playing in left. Marissa Santos will lead off to start the inning, followed by Reese Redden and Jolie Frosch. As we get ready to start the bottom of the third. I'd like to thank everybody for watching here on the Hennis Athletics on Facebook. Also, everyone watching on YouTube today. I'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors. Once again, our networks, Medina Electric Co-op, Triple Bro Show Pigs, 90s Taco Store, CYA Insurance, Cowboy Pest Control Services, and Main Street Mercantile. Arabians ready on the field. The pitcher, Marissa Santos, at the plate for the Cowgirls. First pitch is low for ball one. Wind up in the pitch and hits Santos, so she was going to make her way towards first base. So it's going to bring up the first baseman, Reese Redden. And once again, Tori Johnson will come in and courtesy run for Marissa Santos at first base. Reese Redden with the single, her first at bat. Tori Johnson on first. The pitch, Redden swings, and a beautiful shot down left field line for another single. So she's going to move Johnson to second. Redden will be on first. And Jolie Frosch coming up to bat for the Cowgirls. Tori Johnson on second. Reese Redden on first. Frosch squares around, pulls back for ball one. Ball gets by the catcher. Both runners will advance to second and third. So Tori Johnson standing on third. Reese Redden on second. Jolie Frosch at the plate. Tony Burrow on deck. Wind up on the pitch. Fouled back. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Frosch. The pitch inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on Jolie Frosch. Once again, Tori Johnson standing on third. Reese Redden on second. 2 singles to start the inning by, Santos got hit by the pitch. And Reese got on with the single. And a swing and a miss for Frosch brings the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind up with a pitch in the dirt for ball 3, brings the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Jolie Frosch. Tori Johnson standing on third. Reese Redden on second. Wind up in the pitch. Frosch hits it to third, fielded by the third baseman, bobbles it, and she's going to reach safely as there's no throw attempt. So the bases are now loaded for the designated player, Tony Burrow. With no outs here in the bottom of the third. The windup and the pitch. Strike one right down the middle. Tori Johnson standing on third. Reese Redden on second. And Jolie Frosch on first. Once again, the designated player, Tony Burrow, at the plate for the Cowgirls. Windup with the pitch. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs here in the bottom of the third. The pitch. Burrow swings and fouls it as she nearly hits Coach Martinez. So it brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs. The windup of the pitch. Low for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Burrow. Bases loaded. Johnson, Redden, and Frosch on the base path. Wind up in the pitch. Ball high. Brings the count full. The pitch and fouled back. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Burrow. Once again, bases loaded here in the bottom of the third. Tori Johnson on third. Reese Redden on second. Jolie Frosch on first. The pitch. And it's going to be ball low. So Tori Johnson will come in and score on the walk. Nice at bat for Tony Burrow to fight that off and win the battle. Brings up the center fielder number 1, Alicia Garcia, who singled to right field her first at bat. Wind up in the pitch. Ball 1. So Reese Redden now standing on third. Jolie Frosch advances to second. And Tony Burrow standing on first. With Alicia Garcia at the plate. The pitch. Garcia hits it over the second baseman. And it's going to land in as Redden comes in to score for the Cowgirls. An RBI single for Alicia Garcia, once again to right field. So Redding comes in to score. Frosch advances to third. Tony Burrow standing on second, and Garcia on first. Brings up the third baseman number 8, Peyton Burrow, to the plate. The pitch, Burrow swings and fouls it off, so no balls and 1 strike on Peyton Burrow. Bases loaded. Wind up in the pitch. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Burrow. Jolie Frosch on third. Tony Burrow standing on second. Alicia Garcia on first base. Wind up in the pitch. Ball high. 2 balls and 1 strike on Burrow. The pitch inside. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike on the batter. Peyton Burrow with bases loaded. Jolie Frosch on third. Tony Burrow on second. Alicia Garcia on first. The pitch inside for ball 4. So Jolie Frosch will come in and score, and everybody will advance a base. So Tony Burrows on third, Alicia Garcia on second, Peyton Burrow on first, and brings up number 12, the right fielder, Jessa Frosch. And it looks like the Arabians are going to have a pitching change, so we're going to let our sponsor do a little talking. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back.
Our Networks Internet is your hometown internet provider. Joe and Shannon Arnett started Our Networks in 2012 when they saw a need for faster internet service in our rural area. Our Networks currently covers from Hondo to Uvalde, Batesville to Chalk Bluff, and Concan as well as surrounding areas. Our Networks offers residential and commercial internet connections, indoor and outdoor Wi-Fi, VoIP, and other internet-related services. All of our internet plans offer unlimited data, and we never put you in a contract. We're here to help you with all your Wi-Fi needs. Give us a call at 830-580-3278 to see if we can serve you, and let us tell you about all the great services we have to offer. We are local, so we take pride in supporting and giving back to the youth in the communities we serve. And because we are local, when you give us a call, you'll speak with someone from our office and receive our fanatical customer service. Our office is located at 9784 Highway 90 West between D'Hanis and Sabinal. Stop by anytime or check us out on the web, artnetworks.net, and on Facebook.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a pitching change for the Devine Arabians. Cowgirls with the bases loaded, with Tony Burrow standing on third, Alicia Garcia on second, Peyton Burrow on first, and coming up to bat will be the right fielder number 12, Jessa Frosch. Cowgirls have scored 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, and 3 here in the bottom of the third. And no outs here for the Cowgirls. Once again, the right fielder, Jessa Frosch, at the plate for the Cowgirls with bases loaded, no outs. Here in the bottom of the third, Burrow, Garcia, and Burrow on the base path. The pitch, and Frosch fouls the first pitch back, so no balls and 1 strike on Jessa Frosch. Wind up in the pitch, and Jessa Frosch sends a nice high hit to center field, and it's going to be caught, and no runners advance. So that is out number 1 for the Cowgirls as Jessa Frosch flies out to center field for out number 1. Brings up the top of the lineup, Kayla Looper, who hit one deep, was 2 feet short of a home run. So with the bases loaded, Kayla Looper at the plate again for the Cowgirls. Wind up in the pitch. Looper sends a nice shot to left field, nearly missed the line. It's going to go foul. So no balls and 1 strike on Kayla Looper. Tony Burrow on third. Alicia Garcia on second, Peyton Burrow on first. Kayla Looper at the plate for the Cowgirls. The one with a pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out here. In the bottom of the third, Cowgirls lead 6-1 over the Arabians. The pitch, and Looper hits one foul down third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kayla Looper. Again, with the bases loaded. Once again, Tony Burrow on third, Alicia Garcia on second, Peyton Burrow on first. And Kayla Looper at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch, and another foul down third base line. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. And Looper fouls it out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out here. Bases loaded remain for Kayla Looper. The pitch, and Looper fouls it into the dugout. So Kayla Looper battling with the 1-2 count with 1 out in the bottom of the third. The Hennis with the 6-1 advantage. Cowgirls have brought 3 runs across here in the bottom of the third and looking to add some more runs. The pitch, and Looper hits one foul down left field line. The wind up in the pitch, and Looper sends a shot down left field line, and it's just going to go foul as it goes over the fence. So that was a long foul ball for Kayla Looper. So count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Wind up and the pitch. Looper with another foul ball down left field line. Kayla Looper getting some batting practice in. Bases loaded, Burrow on third, Garcia on second, Burrow on first. Looper at the plate. The pitch. Ball in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the third. Cowgirls lead 6-1 over the Devine Arabians. The pitch to Looper, and she hits a nice hit to the left fielder as she brings in Tony Burrow for an RBI. And the bases remain loaded for the Cowgirls. So once again, all the runners advance. Alicia Garcia standing on third. Peyton Burrow on second. And courtesy running coming into the ballgame is number 7, Kenna Herman, for Kayla Looper at first. And coming up to bat is the shortstop, number 2, Mabry Herman. The pitch to Mabry in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded. Alicia Garcia standing on third. Peyton Burrow on second. Kenna Herman on first. Mabry Herman at the plate. Wind up in the pitch outside for ball 2. Catcher fires it over to first. As they try to pick off Kenna Herman. Herman gets back safely. Brings the count to 2 balls and no strikes on Mabry Herman. Wind up in the pitch, and Herman swings, gets by the shortstop. And Alicia Garcia is going to come in and score for the Cowgirls. As the shortstop got there, fielded it, came out of her glove. And Herman is safe at first. Brings up the pitcher, number 29, Marissa Santos. With Peyton Burrow now standing on third. Kenna Herman on second. Mabry Herman on first. Marissa Santos at the plate. The pitch. Outside for ball 1. The pitch gets by the catcher. So Burrow's going to stand up and score for the Cowgirls. Kenna Herman advances to third. Mabry Herman to second. And ball 2 on Santos as the Cowgirls extend their lead to 9-1. This is second time at bat for Santos in the inning as she got hit by the pitch the first time. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Ball 3. Wind up in the pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1. So brings the count to 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 out here. Once again, the bottom of the third. Cowgirls lead 9-1. They've scored 6 runs here in the bottom of the third so far. The pitch to Santos in the dirt for ball 4. So it loads up the bases once again for the Cowgirls. And brings up the first baseman, number 20, Reese Redden, up to bat as Tori Johnson checks into the ballgame to courtesy run for Marissa Santos once again. So once again, bases loaded for the Cowgirls. Kenna Herman on third, Mabry Herman on second, Tori Johnson on first, and Reese Redden at the plate for the Cowgirls. Wind up in the pitch. Reese sends it to the shortstop, bobbled by the shortstop, and everyone is going to be safe. On the error. So the score is now 10-1 Cowgirls. Herman standing on third. Mabry Herman. Tori Johnson on second. Reese Redden on first. So coming up to bat for the Cowgirls is the second baseman, number 3, Jolie Frosch. With bases loaded, with 1 out here. An update from across the street. The Hennis Cowboys lead San Antonio Feast in the top of the 4th, 15-0. And here on the softball field, Cowgirls have bases loaded. Mabry Herman on third. Tori Johnson on second. And now courtesy running For the Cowgirls at first base is number 24, Alicia Guerra. And at the plate, Jolie Frosch. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. And wind up in the pitch, and Frosch hits it to the pitcher off her glove, and it hits the runner off the foot of the runner, so that's an automatic out. But they're going to get questioned since the ball did go off the glove of the pitcher. But a run does come in and score, as Herman comes in to score, maybe Herman. And now the umpires are going to discuss if it is an out or not, since the ball did go off the glove of the pitcher and then hit the runner. And they're going to say the runner is safe, so Alicia Guerra is safe at second. And once again, the bases remain loaded for the Cowgirls. Tori Johnson standing on third, Alicia Guerra on second, Jolie Frosch on first. And now the head coach from Devine will come out and ask for an explanation as to why the runner was safe. But coming up to bat for the Cowgirls will be the designated player, Tony Burrell, who walked her last at bat. Cowgirls have scored 8 runs here in the bottom of the third, and now lead 11-1 over the Arabians. Once again, the Cowgirls will be back in action Monday when they travel to Somerset, and then Tuesday they'll host Randolph here. Once again, we'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors. Our networks, Medina Electric Co-op, Triple Bro Show Pigs, 90s Taco Store, CYA Insurance, Cowboy Pest Control Services, and Main Street Mercantile. Not sure why the umpires called the Hennis coaches over. So there's a conference going on with the Devine coach. Once again, in discussion with the umpires is the batter hit the ball, went off the pitcher's glove, hit the runner running to second on the foot. Normally, if the ball hits the runner, it's an automatic out. But since it went off the glove of the pitcher, they called her safe. So I guess everything is situated now. Bases are loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Tori Johnson on third. Alicia Guerra on second. Jolie Frosch on first. And Tony Burrell at the plate. The pitch, Burrell swings and fouls it off. So no balls and 1 strike on Tony Burrell. The wind up in the pitch. And Tony hits it right up the middle to the shortstop. Shortstop gets the out at third for the force. And Tori Johnson comes in on the fielder's choice. So runners now on second and first, as Ryan Majors comes in to courtesy run for Tony Burrow at first base. Jolie Frosch standing on second. Alicia Garcia at the plate for the Cowgirls. Score is now 12-1 Cowgirls. A wind up in the pitch. Ball high. One ball, no strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one. One ball, one strike, two outs. Cowgirls lead 12-1 here. Alicia Garcia at the plate for the Cowgirls. Ryan Majors on first. Jolie Frosch on second. The pitch. Garcia hits it. Fielded by the third baseman. Fires it over to first, but they're going to call foul as it just went by outside the line. So everybody will return back to their position. Frosch returns to second. Majors to first. Alicia Garcia remains at the plate. Count is one ball, two strikes with two outs. The pitch. Garcia hits it. Bobbled by the shortstop. Fires it over to third, not in time, so the bases are loaded once again for the Cowgirls. And it brings up the third baseman, number 8, Peyton Burrow. The pitch, and Burrow fouls it off. So no balls and one strike with two outs. The pitch to Burrow is high for ball one. One ball, one strike. Bases loaded. Jolie Frosch on third. Ryan Majors on second. Alicia Garcia on first. Peyton Burrow at the plate for the Cowgirls. The pitch. Burrow pops it up in the infield, and it's going to get caught by the catcher. By the pitcher. As we head to the top of the fourth, Cowgirls bring 9 runs in the bottom of the third. D'Hennis now leads 12-1. You're watching D'Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back.
Our Networks Internet is your hometown internet provider. Joe and Shannon Arnett started Our Networks in 2012 when they saw a need for faster internet service in our rural area. Our Networks currently covers from Hondo to Uvalde, Batesville to Chalk Bluff, and Concan as well as surrounding areas. Our Networks offers residential and commercial internet connections, indoor and outdoor Wi-Fi, VoIP, and other internet-related services. All of our internet plans offer unlimited data, and we never put you in a contract. We're here to help you with all your Wi-Fi needs. Give us a call at 830-580-3278 to see if we can serve you, and let us tell you about all the great services we have to offer. We are local, so we take pride in supporting and giving back to the youth in the communities we serve. And because we are local, when you give us a call, you'll speak with someone from our office and receive our fanatical customer service. Our office is located at 9784 Highway 90 West between D'Hennis and Sabinal. Stop by anytime or check us out on the web, artnetworks.net, and on Facebook.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we enter the top of the fourth, your D'Hennis Cowgirls lead 12-1 over the Devine Arabians. On the field for your Cowgirls, in the circle, Marissa Santos catching Kayla Looper. At third base, Peyton Burrow. Shortstop, Mabry Herman. Second base, Jolie Frosch. At first base, Reese Redden. And in the outfield from left to right, Brighton Beard, Alicia Garcia, and Jessa Frosch. The windup in the pitch from Santos, fouled off down first base line. No balls, one strike on the batter. Santos with the pitch. Ball high. One ball, one strike on the batter. As the wind begins to pick up, it's getting a little chilly here. The pitch from Santos, hit to right field. Frosch fields it, fires it into second to Herman. And a single to start the inning for the Arabians. Runner on first for Devine. The pitch from Santos, right down the middle for strike one. And the second pitch is fouled off, so no balls and two strikes on the batter. Here in the top of the fourth. Winding with the pitch, gets by the catcher, and that'll be ball one. So one ball, two strikes on the batter. Runner on second for the Arabians. The pitch from Santos, fouled off. Count remains one ball, two strikes. Runner on second for Devine. Santos with the pitch. Nice hit to left field. Catch made by Brighton Beard for out number one. Good catch by Brighton Beard. Holds the runner at second. Santos with a pinch. Runner squares around, bunts, and fouls it back. So no balls and one strike. With one out, runner on second for the Arabians. The pitch in the dirt for ball one. One ball, one strike, one out. Top of the fourth. Marissa Santos in the circle. Kayla Looper behind the plate. Wind up in the pitch. Fouled back. One ball, two strikes. Santos with the pitch, just a little high, so brings the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And an update from across the street. Your D'Hanis Cowboys are victorious over the San Antonio Feast Patriots 15-0. Santos with the pitch, swing and a miss for strike number 3. And out number 2. And that is the 5th strikeout for Santos in the game. Runner on second with 2 outs. Santos with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Runner scores around, lays down a bunt, fielded by Looper. Looper fires it over to first to Redden for out number 3. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, your Cowgirls lead 12-1 over the Devine Arabians. You're watching Dehennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Triple Borough Show Pigs, proud supporters of the Dehennis Cowboys and Cowgirls. If you're interested in the show pig, make sure you contact Tommy Burrow or visit the farm. You can call him at 210-216-8655.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to start the bottom of the 4th. Your Dehennis Cowgirls lead the Devine Arabians 12-1. Leading off the inning for Dehennis will be the right fielder, number 12, Jessa Frosch, followed by the top of the lineup, which is Kayla Looper, Mabry Herman, and Marissa Santos. I'd like to thank everybody for watching here on Dehennis Athletics on Facebook, and also everybody watching on YouTube. And also thank you to all of our sponsors, our networks, Medina Electric Co-op, Triple Bro Show Pigs, 90s Taco Store, CYA Insurance, Cowboy Pest Control Services, and Main Street Mercantile. Once again, Jessa Frosch at the plate for Dehennis. Wind up with a pitch. Outside for ball 1. The pitch high and gets by the catcher for ball 2. Two balls and no strikes on Frosch. The pitch outside for ball 3. Ball in the dirt for ball 4 for Frosch. Draws a walk and makes her way towards first base. Brings up the top of the lineup, Kayla Looper. So Jessa Frosch on first, Kayla Looper at the plate for the Cowgirls. Wind up in the pitch, and Looper nearly took out my camera. That's a foul ball. So the ball nearly misses us. So no balls and 1 strike on Looper. Wind up in the pitch. Just high. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, with Jessa Frosch standing on first. Wind up in the pitch. Looper sends a nice hot shot down third base line, and it goes by the left fielder. So Frosch is going to make her way to third base, and they're going to send her in. Looper's going to stand up at third for a triple. So Kayla Looper brings in Jessa Frosch for another run for the Cowgirls. Kayla Looper standing on third base. And courtesy running for Looper is number 7, Kenna Herman. And her sister, Mabry Herman, now at the plate for the Cowgirls. So once again, Kayla Looper with a beautiful shot down third base. The ball gets by the left fielder. And Herman with a shot past third base for a single brings in Kenna for another run. RBI single for Mabry Herman. Brings up the pitcher, number 29, Marissa Santos. So the Cowgirls extend their lead to 14-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Wind up in the pitch and the dirt for ball 1. The pitch to Santos in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Mabry Herman standing on first. Wind up in the pitch. Santos hits it. Fielded by the shortstop. Force out at second. And not in time at first. So 1 out. Santos makes her way to first. Courtesy running for Marissa Santos will be number 22, Tori Johnson. And brings up the first baseman, number 20, Reese Redden. Wind up with a pitch. Low for ball 1. Tori Johnson standing on first. Reese Redden at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Redden. The pitch to Redden. She fouls it off and hangs in there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Tori Johnson standing on first. And wind up in the pitch. Fouled off the end of the bat of Redden. So the count once again remains 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Cowgirls lead 14-1 over the Devine Arabians. Reese Redden at the plate. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 2. So brings up the second baseman, number 3, Jolie Frosch. With the runner on base, which is Tori Johnson. The pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Wind up with a pitch. Frosch hits it, fielded by the shortstop, bobbled, and no throw, so everyone is safe. Runners now on first and second. Brings up the designated player, number 16, Tony Burrell, up to bat. The windup and the pitch. Ball 1. Tori Johnson standing on second. Jolie Frosch on first. Tony Burrow at the plate for the Cowgirls. The windup and the pitch. Burrow fouls it off. Brings the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike on Burrell. Once again, Tori Johnson on second. Jolie Frosch on first. Wind up in the pitch. Burrell fouls it off once again. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 2 outs. The pitch to Burrell. Fouled, out of play. Once again, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tori Johnson on second. Jolie Frosch on first. Tony Burrell at the plate. The windup and the pitch. Burrell hits it. Fielded by the shortstop. Force out at second. As we head to the top of the 5th. Your D'Hanis Cowgirls lead 14-1 over the Devine Arabians. You're watching D'Hanis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back.
90s Taco Store, proud supporters of your D'Hanis Cowboys and Cowgirls, located right off Highway 90 in D'Hanis. Family-owned Mexican restaurant and drive-thru. They have daily breakfast taco specials and daily lunch specials. If you're thirsty, they have plenty of cold beverages and margaritas. Feel free to call your order in at 830-988-4515. Once again, 90s Taco Store.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In the outfield for your Cowgirls, from left field to right, Brighton Beard, Alicia Garcia, Jessa Frosch. In the circle, Marissa Santos. Behind the plate catching, Kayla Looper. At third base, Peyton Burrow. Shortstop, Mabry Herman. Second base, Jolie Frosch. And playing first base is Reese Redden. Cowgirls lead the Arabians 14-1 as we start the top of the 5th. Pitch from Santos, swing and a miss, strike 1. Pitch number 2, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter. The pitch popped up and out of play. So no balls and 2 strikes. The count remains on the batter. Santos with the pitch. Just a little high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss, and strike 3. That is the 6th strikeout for Marissa Santos tonight. Santos with the pitch. Inside for ball 1. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on the batter. The pitch. Swing and a miss. First strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Santos with the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Brings the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Ball is hit to center field, and Alicia Garcia gets right under it for out number 2. She makes a good catch. So 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The pitch from Santos, swung on and hit, and it's going to go just foul down right field line. So no balls and 1 strike on the batter. Santos with the pitch, swung on and fouled, out of play. No balls and 2 strikes on the batter with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The pitch from Santos inside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Santos in the circle. Delivers a pitch. Swung on, hit to Santos. She fields it. Fires it over to first to Redden for out number 3. And that is the ball games, ladies and gentlemen, as your D'Hanis Cowgirls are victorious and defeat Devine 14-1. Once again, the Cowgirls will be back in action Monday at Somerset. Tuesday they'll host Randolph. So once again, we'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Medina Electric Co-op, Cowboy Pest Control Services, CYA Insurance, Main Street Mercantile, our networks, Triple Row Show Pigs, and 90s Taco Store. So till next time, good night and God bless.